Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself.
Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already.
Here's a guy that qualifies as one of the best defensive midfielders to ever play the game.
Patrick Vieira, the pillar of strength.
Yeah, aggression, hard tackling, they're the foundations of his game. But he can turn defence into attack very quickly and show his terrific athleticism and real power.
Looking for options for movement.
And he's lost his nose for a shot! Goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
That really is quite fabulous.
That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given.
It's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. He's a sharp little ball here. He's picked his way through. And the shot! Off the post! Just off target. Played back into the centre. Messi in acres of space out wide. That's a corner kick. And we have our very first corner. Big chance!
Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
Milan leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. Played out wide. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Knocks it into space. Ibrahimovic receives it in a wide position.
Yaya Toure.
Is one of those players who's known.
Ibrahimovic!
Can't be expected to deliver anything better than that. This is heroic keeping.
Barcelona look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any time. They're just trying to get the runners away as quickly as possible.
Roberto Carlos. And the pass is intercepted. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball.
Decent progress down the left.
Pirlo can see things others simply cannot. Played towards the other side.
Good ball, that too.
Messi. Davids.
Now it's Ibrahimovic.
Pirlo. And it's Roberto Carlos. Pele.
Oh, really well played.
He's shifting through the gears here. Pull it. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, that's fabulous. It's a really well-measured ball. And it's Shevchenko. Oh, nicely intercepted.
Now it's Ibrahimovic.
Nicely shaped ball. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable. If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Now that's well seen too. Baresi. It's a searching pass. Oh, played through for the wide man. Pull it.
No way through there.
Bergomi.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
Roberto Carlos.
Tried running through him, but he was not having it. There's the whistle for half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
There's plenty of positives to take, despite the lead being so small, Peter. I think playing well, good energy. A little more composure up front, perhaps. That's not too much to ask.
Milan go in at half-time with a slender one-goal lead. And the action is back on the way.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football. Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Vieira. Roberto Carlos is always looking to play quality balls.
Oh, they could break here.
And he's managed to get free. And he welcomes it in. Pirlo. Ibrahimovic is onto it in a flash.
And this is Pele.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. And it's Pirlo. Pirlo. Pele. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. I think that's offside. Yes, it is.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
Davids. Almost an hour gone. And here's Ibrahimovic. And here's Shevchenko.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Great vision.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got.
Ibrahimovic, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Now that looks a decent ball. He is through here. Great chance! Sticks it away! Barcelona are back in business. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
Barcelona grabbed the equaliser and we're all square.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Roberto Carlos closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Pirlo is in a really good position out wide. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. This interception, his positioning was spot on.
Milan clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
No way through. And that's a dangerous... Can he finish? Messi! From another planet! He's got himself an absolute peach. Into the lead once more. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 8.
We have got changes here from both sides, in
El
fact.
dorsal 14.
Milan take the lead.
Well, Peter, the manager's all smiles, but he's got a big decision to make here. He needs to see this one out.
Neymar. El dorsal 2. Cambio de
Strong
jugadores.
running down that left flank. Dembele. Dembele going face-to-face with his great rival. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Cafu. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Great defending, strong and determined.
Milan really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
He's had it taken off him. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Quality ball. Messi. Luis Suarez. Decent chance! That has been knocked clear. And for a moment, time stood still.
It's really well read here, but having done the hard part, he'll be slightly disappointed not to make more of it.
And the finish! And it's in! We thought it was over! It's all square once more!
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Look, that's one of the first things you learn, whether you're a striker or not. Just anticipate a goalkeeping parry or spillage, and sometimes you'll get lucky, it'll come your way.
And we're done. So it is something for both, but ideal for neither. Both parties having to settle for what they get and hope for better in the weeks ahead. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting.
If you're just joining us, we are already underway.
Bergomi making his 200th appearance today. I guess that's the most significant team news.
Yeah, and he looks like he's raring to go here too, Peter. You can really tell how eager he
Has a shot! A real chance and a real let-off.
Milan certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Mateus. Can he get it through?
In with the challenge.
Baresi.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Mateus. Baresi. And it's Vieira. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Knocks it into space. Strong challenge. That could leave a mark. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it.
And here's Shevchenko.
Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Mbappe. That's good running with the ball. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. That pass has been well intercepted.
Eto'o really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very close.
He's got goal! Goal! Milan!
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Big header!
Oh, not the best of headers.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Cafu. And it's Messi. Messi, very much a man of this moment. Driving on and making good progress.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Threads one in. Nicely weighted ball, and that is expertly dealt with.
Now it's Shevchenko.
And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0.
In towards the back. Up he goes!
Couldn't quite control it.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
Rijkaard is the team's great visionary. Now, can they get him away? Casillas breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Mbappe. Oh, good-looking ball. No, again, there's no way through. And it's Ibrahimovic.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. And that interception was most necessary. Rijkaard. Mateus. Mateus cuts a frustrated figure right now. He
Shot a goal! And he hits the net! Galatasaray are back in business! Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Eto'o demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
That has certainly made things...
And the shot! Now, who's going to be first to this?
Messi. To Eto'o.
Tries to pass it through.
A slightly better ball would have let...
Oh, what a mistake! He's got away.
Oh, that's wonderful alertness.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
And he's been shifted off it. And it's Messi.
And that'll be the last act of the first half. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half.
Signore e signori, è il momento dell'estrazione di oggi. Tenete a portata di mano I biglietti ricevuti all'ingresso.
So once again, we're underway.
Milan clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Rijkaard. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played. Well,
Decent chance!
An attempt which, in hindsight, was probably just beyond him.
he did very well trying to adjust himself, but not the expected outcome.
Oh, that's superb. Rijkaard, played out wide. Cafu plays it in. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Shoots! Just a whisker away. Strokes it back. Shevchenko showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Now it's Eto'o. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Rijkaard.
Cafu tries to play it through, and that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Milan clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
And he shoots! Goal, Milan! And they've got their lead back. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 18.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Dembele to come on, a change that had been mooted for a while.
Yeah, I think the manager might have feared his team could become a little tentative, conservative even, Peter, but this will make a nice change.
Milan get themselves into the lead.
Bergomi.
Is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender.
Now it's Messi.
Milan perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution.
And here's Dembele. Rijkaard. Mateus. And it's Messi. Out to the left it goes. Brilliantly cut out.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Mbappe. And it's Messi. Davids demonstrating his defensive quality there. And that has left him in a heap. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Davids. Cafu. Great ball if he can get there. Lovely ball and a real chance now. That is a crunching tackle.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
And here's Eto'o. Nice sequence of passes, this. Now he's off and running. Rijkaard. And here's Eto'o. Messi goes for a shot! And that could have brought them level.
Well, I think that look says it all, Peter. Brilliant save from the keeper. He read the situation superbly.
This certainly looks appetising, well within shooting range. And now as good a time as any to pull level.
Galatasaray really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Vieira. Passing is crisp and sharp. Great vision. Dembele. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Out of play for a goal kick. Two minutes to be added on. Cafu. Oh, that's nice. Can he get on the end of this? Cross needs... climbs up big! And that is it. The equaliser just wouldn't come. It is over. Well, that was close. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be.
Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very...
And Messi! And for a moment, time stood still.
Modern football for you. You get zero time to think on the ball. Take too long, and that happens. It gets pinched.
And that's it. So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice. And there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on.
Caros espectadores, bem-vindos a este jogo que opõe. E vamos receber os nossos jogadores.
And that gets things running.
Well, we're in the presence of a true great of Italian football.
You're talking Bergami?
Yeah, he can perform anywhere across the back four, and thanks to his discipline, he makes it all look seamless. Incredibly dogged and determined.
Haaland! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Haaland actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Shevchenko with the clearance. Lobbed in behind. Rafael Leao has it in a wide position. Takes on his marker. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Now that's well seen too. Nice looking ball. This looks promising. Oh, nice touch. Varane did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And here's Haaland. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Now it's Shevchenko. And they can counter here. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in.
He's gone for goal! He's missed, but not by that far.
Yeah, that's a decent try when you consider the range.
Foden. Rodri. That's a good ball out wide. He is through here. Valverde with the cross.
Oh, that was one big no-no when you've got a queue formed in the box.
Bergami. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Vitinha. And it's Dembele. Dembele running with the ball. Dembele going face to... Takes a shot! He's done very well to get to that.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
The most accurate pass. Rodri. And now they can spring out of defence. This is Dembele, and he shoots! Goal! Milan! And Milan have the lead. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
A 1-0 lead established.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough, though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
He's got away with one there. Vitinha goes short. And the keeper beats it away. Milan are looking to go forward now. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really... Can he finish? And for a moment, time stood still. Mbappe,
Such good technique.
he's beaten the last man.
Shapes to shoot!
Same again, same outcome.
Gil Vicente really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
They've played it short.
Foden plays... Oh, what a climb! Oh, split-second reaction.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Hernandez,
And here's Mbappe. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point.
and the score is 1-0.
And that's a good ball. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Now it's Mbappe. They're back in possession and ready to go again.
Good defending there, they've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition.
And it's Messi. Eric Garcia cuts it out.
Mbappe, Hernandez,
No way through, so back it comes. They're urging him, and the shot! It's loose now, and they want to get it back. In for the pieces! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, denied brilliantly!
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And he's there to clear it. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Messi. He's picked his way through. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. There's the shot! Denied by an instinctive save.
Mbappe is offering a wry smile there.
And it's been taken short. Now it's Vitinha. Foden! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
That's good play. Plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
And that'll be the last act of the first half. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
On the evidence of what we've seen, they're worth their lead. There was genuine intensity and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
Milan are in at half-time with a slender one-goal lead. So off we go once more.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more. Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Knocks it out wide. That's an excellent interception. Now it's Shevchenko.
Oh, they can break here.
Can he get on the end of this? He can run onto that. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Nedved.
Yaya Toure.
Now it's Haaland. Now it's Mbappe. He's going for goal! And he has kept it out somehow.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, look at the space here. Up he goes! He's scored! And there's the goal they've been looking for. He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking them up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Milan are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
And the shot! Brilliant! About as smooth as it gets.
Back to within one! Interesting! And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
It's not an especially good pass, that.
So 2-1 now, and things have got a whole lot more enthralling here.
Yeah, this is a real psychological test now that will tell us whether one side buckles and the other kicks on.
Rafael Leao.
Gil Vicente really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
They're coming again and again.
Chance, surely!
And he nearly went all the way.
He's the one player you want on the ball running at defences, and that's precisely why.
It's their second corner of the game. And it's Varane.
Goes for a shot! That was superb goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
So, third corner of the game. Lovely, now...
And Del Piero! He scores!
Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Well, at one stage he was being body checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
Milan go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
You can certainly sense a real change of mood here. Now the crowd are demanding that they just finish this off.
That ball looks a good one. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Rodri. Now there's a fine ball.
Shoots! They've done it!
Well, how's that for a class finish?
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, I think they have every chance of levelling this now, Peter, but they've got to stay calm and not go completely gung-ho.
Vitinha receives it in a good position.
He rises! He has done it! Do not write them off! Back they come!
It was wonderfully efficient.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
And now he has 2.
Número 7. Número 16. Vão dar os seus lugares a número 9. Número 8. Número 5. Xavi Alonso.
Milan can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Está a acontecer uma substituição.
We have ourselves a real game here.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way. Milan clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Now it's Haaland, aimed beyond the defence.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Now it's Del Piero. And here's Eto'o. Ibrahimovic.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Berkobi.
Is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone.
Vamos ter 5 minutos de
5 minutes to
compensação.
add. Haaland. Now it's Haaland.
Yaya Toure.
And here's Ibrahimovic. Now it's Ibrahimovic! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Ibrahimovic clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper. It's make or break time now, and they're all headed for the penalty box.
Hernandez getting this one clear.
Haaland.
Now it's Pedri.
Oh, that's a vigorous challenge.
And we're done.
What a game. A contest of ferocity and marvellous talent from start to finish.
How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. That gets things running.
Okay, I'm probably going to be accused of fullback bias again, Peter, but Giuliano Belletti is someone I see as having a key role.
Your type of player?
Yeah, he's very competent defensively, first and foremost. He knows that's his job, so he's not the type that's going to be constantly rushing up and down the flank at 100 miles per hour, delivering crosses.
Defending of the desperate variety. Well read, nice interception. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
That has earned a reprieve for the time being. Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. He won't be happy with that one. Well, nicely intercepted. Now it's Messi. Good chance here! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Messi really looked as though he had chosen correctly then, and yet we quickly realised he hadn't.
Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Quality ball. He's not got that quite right. Rafinha quietly revving up. And he's intervened well there.
And they're not going to make any further progress now.
And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Caresses it through. Oh, well played, well played. No goals as yet. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Now it's Rafinha. He's Rafinha! Davids is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. And this is Messi. He's shifting through the gears here. Takes a shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Messi actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Milan have their second corner now. Rafinha. Tries to play it through. In towards the back. Oh, smashing header! Goal! Milan! And Milan have the lead. A great delivery and a finish to match.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
A 1-0 lead established.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Shevchenko looking for options for movement. Nice interception, well timed. Well, that is one way to stop him. Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. McAllister is always looking to break lines. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he's managed to get rid. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. There's a sharp little ball here. And this is Ibrahimovic. He's picked his way through. McAllister. Searching pass he's played there. Tries to dink it through. Oh, chance! Oh, taken with style. A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less. The skill and the confidence was just brilliant, and he showed both a quick head and even quicker feet.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Well, he's felt that, hasn't he?
Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Great defending, strong and determined. Can he get it through? And the whistle goes for half-time.
Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square.
So in they come for the break with nothing to separate them. The score 1-1.
En las oficinas del estadio.
Second period then underway.
Milan have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Can he get on the end of this?
Well timed, excellent interception. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with.
Real chance! Oh, split-second reaction.
Hendrik is offering a wry smile there.
Xabi Alonso with the short one.
That's a decent clearance. Played back.
That's good pressure. It gave him no other choice.
Not the most accurate pass. Pull it. Shevchenko. Turns back here, probably the best option. Pass somewhat off target. That has not gone well.
And claimed it back swiftly. Ibrahimovic under intense pressure.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to...
And Messi! Goal! Milan! Into the lead once more. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Milan take the lead.
Davids. To Bergamy.
Oh, this looks sharp.
Milan do have a chance to counter here.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Khan claims it, safe hands. So what can they make of this? Maldini.
Thuram.
Bergamy, always on the lookout for any signs of danger. And they'll start all over again with the goalkeeper.
Rafael Varane.
Davids. Oh, it's Dembele.
Roberto Carlos out-muscles him.
Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Oh, it's Dembele.
Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul.
And he has shown him a yellow card. I do think he's feeling the effects of that tackle.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal
So,
18,
time for changes
el
on
dorsal
both
2,
sides, actually.
El dorsal 16, el dorsal 3 serán sustituidos por el dorsal 4, Morientes, el dorsal 20, el dorsal 13, el dorsal 6. Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
And it's Messi. Milan are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Well, he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. Oh, that's a key interception. Good-looking ball.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Cambio de jugadores.
That's very neat. Now it's Dembele. Bergomi. Milan have, after this, one further opportunity to make a substitution. Nedved. Crunching tackle. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. And no, that was never going to make it. Baresi. Looking to play him in. Chance, surely! It's a goal! Tying minutes, and we're all square again.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
So all square with almost no time remaining.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now the only question is whether there's enough in the tank to grab another.
Pullet does well to get it back. Denilson. And it's Roberto Carlos. And here's Rafinha. That's a sharp pass. Harrison kept his eye on it, and he's there.
Oh, he's gifted it to the opposition.
And time is up. A draw, and a highly unpredictable one.
Fair share of momentum shifts, highly entertaining until the very end.